Yo, what's going on, everybody? Beautiful day outside. It's been beautiful weather. I'm out here in the Ozarks. Um, just can't really complain, man. It's, like I said, been beautiful weather. Hope you guys had a chance to get outside and enjoy it, enjoy yourself, right? And just just enjoy the world we live in, right? Man, I do want to talk about. I just ended a 3-day fast. I was gonna do got a little raven up there. I was gonna do a 7-day fast, but man, I don't know. My temple has been hurting or throbbing sometimes for some reason. I'm not sure why. It feels better now. I just ate. I had ate some watermelon and orange along with some cashews and a little bit of a few walnuts at the end of that. But man, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. It's my first live experience on YouTube. I really want to transition everything on YouTube. Personally, that's why I would prefer. Obviously, I should be on other social medias as well, God willing. Go ahead and say hello to my boy Ang. If you haven't met Ang the Penguin, I introduced you guys to him on my last videos. But we just be kicking it, chilling. Today, I want to talk to you guys about really 4 things. I had 5, and the 5th one might be just taking some live questions. If people have any live questions, I will answer those. But the main 4 things is really about like health. I've been a vegetarian now for a year, right? Just hit my year mark as a vegetarian. Probably soon to be going more vegan, right? I really don't eat dairy or use dairy products. And there's some other stuff along with that too that I've been taking out. Like I took out bread, except not gonna lie, I have whenever I got on my road trip last year when I got to Arkansas, for some reason I just wanted donuts. So I got some donuts, but I took out bread from my diet about 3 months ago, give or take. And then when I got to Arkansas again, I wanted to close out the cycle and just get a donut. But like I'll touch on that in a little bit though. But talk about vegetarian for a year. Talk about me being sober for 2 years. I just hit my 2-year mark. What's going on, Quinn? How you doing? What's good? What's good? Hit my 2-year mark going sober. Um, I feel great. Like I said, I'm gonna touch on that. Uh, Third is I'm gonna touch on my nomadic living and just what it's been like being on the road as a nomad. I've been to 15 different states in 9 months. Just traveling. I've been in my car. You see everything I need is right here. Right, my boy Ang with me. We've been chilling, kicking it. I didn't bring him the first time when I was last year when I was going, but he here with me now. I was upset too when I started traveling last year, last July. I was like, no, I meant to bring my boy with me, but hey, he here now. That's all that matters though. So yeah, talk about the nomadic journey, and lastly, is how to find positive ways to heal. Right. Um, I went through some traumatic stuff when I was in Nashville, Tennessee. If you guys have been following me, I've talked about it. If not, I got some videos about it. Or if you got any questions in regards to what kind of stuff it was, I'll feel free to answer those though. But yeah, I want to talk about vegetarian, man. It's like last year, I just had like a calling, an inclination to just first of all stop eating chicken, beef. It wasn't. It just. It was just. Ugh. I don't know. I can't explain it. It was just. Ugh. Like I wasn't feeling it. Make sure my mic is on too, by the way, because sometimes I be talking and I don't be uh, but I don't be feeling it. Like I just had that feeling to give up meat. At first, I went pescatarian, and pescatarian is just eating fish only, guys. If you have not, if you're not too familiar with that, pescatarian. I went pescatarian for about almost a month, I was just slowly eating fish. I'm like, okay, this is fine. And then I was like, you know what? I'm almost there. I'll just cut it all off. I was like, let me just go vegetarian and start looking into stuff of where I can be able to eat, to be able to fuel my body. And I've got I've gotten way much more leaner in my physicality. I feel better. My skin has been glowing, and like I feel amazing too. And I run. I like to run. I haven't ran in a little bit though. Because like I like to run like twice a week, and that's another thing. I just started walking more opposed to running. So whenever I'm on the road, I'll walk opposed to running. Um, don't sweat as much. That's one of the reasons why too though. But yeah, man, it's been a very great thing for me going vegetarian. My thoughts are way more clear. I've been eating better. Um, Now I haven't been perfect, that's for sure. Like I said, I'm just now cutting out donuts. I love donuts. I love the sweets, but I was like, I need to get away from the processed sugar. I was doing good, and then I was like, I stopped for like maybe like 3 or 4 months. Then like I told last year, I had the inclination just to try it when I was on the road to Arkansas. That was like my thing at one point, all the way to Arkansas, all the way up to California. That would be like my roadie. I like to drive at night, like be like 9 o'clock at night. Let me get like a six donuts, and I'm on the road. I'm traveling. I'm going right, and it wasn't the best, but I wouldn't eat that much after that. I just let it digest. But either way, it's not. It wasn't the best for me, my body. I could feel it, right. And then last week I had my last little batch, and like I wanted to keep on going because I was like, you know what? Let me end on a good note. And then I had some; those were stale. Let me end on a good note. And I had some, and it was good. But I'm like, it's almost like chasing that last high. You know what I'm saying? There's never gonna be really a good note because you're always gonna want more, opposed to just telling yourself, "Let me just stop. Let me just do it." Right? Because you can either do it can either be one day or day one. Right? That's how I look at it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and I know it's not good for me, so let me just go ahead and not keep on teasing myself. You know what I mean? Excuse me with that, but so so yeah, so I'm like I said, I'm cutting that off. Like I said, that's my journey. Last week I had what was today? A few days ago actually I had last one. I was like, let me get an acai bowl and this, and I'm in on a good note, whatever. And it was good, but it was probably like definitely shouldn't have had it. Didn't really need it, really. It's all about wants. Just like a lot of the stuff that I'm going through, man. Been seeing, I'm like, it's very difficult. I'm like, why do I even care? Why should I care? But at the same time, like I don't know what's going on, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I don't know what's going to transpire here in the new year and what's going to happen. But I'm like, you know what? Regardless of if things happen or not, I'm gonna still take care of my body as if keep on going because I have a future that I have in my mind that I would like to bring in a more healthier environment for my future kids, God willing, if I have them, um, and my future family and future community that I want to bring in. So um, that's why I keep going. You know, I can't see what's in front of me, but I have a plan, and I just take a step. You know, that's pretty much what it is. I just take a step, and each day is a challenge, right? This is my first live on YouTube. It's not my first live ever though, but like I say, it's just one step getting me to where I want to go, right? And so that's why I really want to take care of my health, and that's why I definitely enjoy the vegetarian life. Like I say, and soon I will be going vegan. I'm gonna talk them to existence because I think that'd be better for me. Just like I love produce. Like I go in the store, all I get is produce food. At one point, I was getting acai bowls, but I don't really have much of an income right now. So gratefully, I have like I say, stamps, food stamps, and I just go straight to the to the produce section, and like my cash, I just want to spend it solely um on my gas. And I do take care of myself every now and then. Like I got a pedicure early today. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you got to take care of your feet. And I be on my feet all the time. I went skateboarding yesterday, walking. Got to take care of your feet. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Everybody should get a pedicure. First of all, let's go ahead and say that. Everybody should get a pedicure. Take care of yourself. Pedicure, back massage, whatever the case might be, though. But yeah, I try to stick straight to the produce section. I don't eat out, right? Um, had some stuff happen to me when I was in Nashville and Auburn. Really, just people's entities dealing with those, and it's a lot. But I just rather go natural and eat the raw produce. That's the best for me. Um, but secondly, go ahead and get into being sober. Been sober for 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a video about that. But just being sober for 2 years, right? Sober from alcohol. It'll be a year here in a little bit though from marijuana, from weed, and because I wanted to when I was traveling, I was like, shoot, I want to go to a legal state and try it, but had a bad experience. I'm like, yep, let me not even. Let's go ahead and just go cold turkey because like I'm already here. I'm already here. Might as well just keep on going, you know. And I don't condone marijuana because it's natural. You can grow it, and I think there's a balance. It was just I was misusing it whenever I was using it. Right, I was using it as an escape to to feel better. Right, we don't need something outside of us to feel better inside of. Right, in my opinion, I don't believe we need things outside of us to make us feel good inside. You know what I'm saying? And that's my take on that. And I realized I started asking myself deeper questions, like why am I drinking? That's for alcohol. I was like, why am I drinking? And I realized like I went back all the way to 2019 when my grandmother passed away. I'm like, that's when my drinking actually picked up. Telling you, I used to have like two Bud Ices, Black and Mild, roll me up one, two, and I'll be on the back patio of my parents' house, drink one, and I got me a notepad, had me a notepad just like this on the back patio after work too, about 9 o'clock at night. Big tall boy, two of them. Drink one of them. I'm writing down ideas, just getting stuff off my mind. I'm like, I gotta figure out a way, cause this ain't it. I don't know where I'm going, but like, this ain't it. I just can't be here no more because my grandmother passed away. That was my best friend, and she died. She died. She passed away of pancreatic cancer, and I was like, yeah, man, I can't be in Auburn no more. So I realized too, that was my escape, alcohol, and then like I just started using that stuff to feel better, to numb the pain. And then I would eventually just leave. I left, like I ran away from the pain. That's when I left Auburn. I went to Nashville, and I was in Nashville about 4 or 5 years. But and that me abusing or misusing alcohol and marijuana. Like I'm grateful that I learned why I was using that stuff, and I know now that I don't need it. Right. I did like the feeling of it for sure, but I realized I was numbing the feel. I was using it to not face my my problems, things that was bothering me head on. I was using this as a block, so I can be like, all right, it's a temporary block. I get to it eventually. Then eventually, then didn't happen until later, till they till till my bottle overflowed, and now it's just oozing off, and now I'm bleeding everywhere. Right. So I'm very grateful to be 2 years sober. Like I say, I feel better. No alcohol, don't need it. Um, don't need the marijuana, right? like I say, don't I don't look at anybody in a negative light if they do those things, because I've once did that. You know what I'm saying? So how could I judge someone about things that I've done? You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And third is the nomadic lifestyle, man. Being a nomad, being a nomad in this lifestyle is interesting. As a nomad, you find ways to be creative. You find ways to occupy your time, right? And you also find other individuals, and you realize that this is more common than it's presented to be, right? As I've been traveling the states from Alabama all the way over to California to Washington, back to the Midwest, North Dakota, Nebraska to Virginia, and now I'm in the Ozarks. I realize I've seen a lot of people car camping, having their RVs, just driving on the road, and there's a lot of nomads out there that live this way in their car, or as we see a lot of the homeless on the streets. And it's amazing too, because you start to become more grounded within the reality we live in. And you start looking at it from a different perspective. And it makes you wonder. You ask a lot of questions, right? Because you're being so present within the now, because you're not on a 9 to 5, you're not working constantly, you're not moving constantly like most people are in the system. You're still, right? And I realized from this stillness, I found a lot of presence, peace, right? I found my happiness. I found my soul, what it loved to do. And that's to travel. I love to travel, right? And I'm gonna tell you, one of my goals, I want to get a van. I want to get a van. It's like a blue van, dark blue van with a ladder on the back of it. I can be able to live out of that, have more space. So I can have like a little bed back there in the back, and also I want to get a puppy too, so I can, I want to have my best friend with me. We can chill and ride my puppy and Aang. We can be, just cruising all these states before we go global, right? Because I want to touch all 50 states and just be able to show people what life is like behind my lens, and just bring positivity through my creations, whether that be trying out different acai spots in each state, um, making music, doing music videos in each state, and some other stuff, some other ideas I have jotted down. Not going to express right now, maybe later, but not right now. But it's been interesting. It's been difficult as well, as a nomad. Being creative of trying to budget, and trying to eat right. Because I love to support people. I want to support people's business, but I was like, I got to do stuff that's best for me right now. That's what I got to do. So that's why I solely stick to grocery stores to eat clean produce and just use my food stamps, right? And it's like I said, it's amazing. It's a blessing. I'm so grateful because everything that I actually wanted to happen happened, and then some. Because I wanted certain things to happen with other people, and that fell through because God was shielding me. Then I ended up doing it on my own, and just been blowing my mind. You know what I'm saying? I've been reaching levels that I didn't think I could reach, at on this nomadic journey, car camping, like I say, finding myself. That's really the main thing. Really finding myself, just being with nature, Mother Gaia, and the Most High. Man, it's been beautiful. and I'm very grateful for this journey. And like I say, my aspirations is to go global, so I can be able to first travel the states, right? I want to touch all 50, and then fly over to other places and areas and share my light, my love, my positivity with other cultures, so I can learn more too. That's how I expand my awareness. But that's why I like doing what I'm doing too, so I can be able to learn what people do here in this area, right? And and lastly is is trying to find positive ways to heal or to cope, right? One of the best ways I've found that helps with healing or coping is going within and healing your inner child, asking yourself, how was your inner child protected when you were young? Was your inner child protected when you were young? When you were young, what did that child like to do for fun? What are some things that you can remember, if you can, chose to do that brought you joy, right? An example was yesterday. I bought me a skateboard, right? Got this skateboard from Facebook Marketplace, and I went to the park and I was just skateboarding in the park, and I guarantee you the folks that I was around, they probably never knew. They was like, "Oh, you skateboard?" You know what I'm saying? With this crowd that I got around me, they probably never knew I had that in me. But when I was a kid, I loved to skateboard. First, it was rollerblading, then it upgraded to skateboarding. I mean, my friends would go to the skate park, have a good time, and that was that. So I was like, you know what? Let me get a skateboard. I want to do that. So that's what I did. And plus, whenever I go in other states, I want to go to skate parks, and I can just have my skateboard with me, and I can just go skating. That way, it gives me an excuse to be outside and be active. That's why I got it, right? Because I gave my how's it cardinal right in front of me? Because I gave my keyboard. I went to the Goodwill over here just to free up space in my trunk. Went to the Goodwill, gave my keyboard away, gave some books away, all that, just free up space. I'm like, I already read these. Somebody else can use them. And that was that, like, especially being a minimalist too. That's one thing I wanted to bring up too. I'm a minimalist. Um, I don't like having a lot of stuff. Like when I decluttered stuff out of my life, I began to think more clearer. I began to process things better. My overthinking diminished, right? Whenever I became a minimalist. And it was all because of the book Essentialism. I think it was like McCowan. His last name, I think it was Greg McCowan. Don't quote me on that though. But great book, helped me out a lot. But as a minimalist, it it helped me be able to gather my thoughts, compartmentalize my thoughts, and be able to kind of reflect and understand what's my thoughts and what's not my thoughts. Like what are projections being projected onto me? Because a lot of the stuff we take in are actually projections from other people, excuse me, opposed of our own thoughts. Like me actually observing the things that's in my mind and why they're in my mind has helped me out a lot due to becoming a minimalist. Like I said, I'm very grateful for that. Grateful for my angel guides, my team of guiding me through the right areas to gain this knowledge so I can be able to progress into the person that I want to become and that others probably need me to become. So I can be able to help, because that's one thing I want to do. I want to help. I love helping people out. Right? I love helping people out and guiding people, but I have to help myself first so I can help others out. Right? But I can also start today doing both simultaneously, right? We all can start today. Like, we don't have to be 100% healed to help heal others. We can be in the process of healing ourselves and also healing others as well, right? That's the beauty of that. And but yeah, man, back to better ways to healing yourself and finding ways to cope is just really going inside internally, healing that inner child, finding joy, what brought you joy back then, why do you smile when you do certain things, and really just kind of going in reverse in life and bringing the inner child out right now, and not being afraid to show it to others, because that's who you are. It's a part of you, right? Before the society, dimmed it, suppressed it. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Though I just wanted to come on live real quick and just have a conversation. Like I said, I just want to talk about being a vegetarian for a year, being sober for 2 years now, my nomadic journey, and also just finding better ways to heal, because um, a lot of these things that I've talked about, a lot of people are trying to find ways to help themselves help themselves out. So really, I just like to share my journey with these things, and if people have questions regarding it, hopefully I can be able to help out. Um, if you're already on your same journey, good luck to you, and keep stepping forward, right? Because all it takes is one step. Either choose one day or day one. Really, the choice is ours. We get to choose it. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great rest of y'all's Sunday today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll probably be making plans to eventually make this a podcast, and really just sharing my experience when I'm traveling the states, showing people what I'm doing, um, and just really having a good time, bringing joy, light, love to the environment to go in. But hey, y'all take care. Have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace.